All right. Hey there, folks. Uh, it's almost time for Bayonetta 2, but before I do, I think I'll let the opening title screen cinematic play out. So, let's watch.
No one said you could touch.
All right, so that's a pretty good preview, I guess. I mean, as good as any preview for Bayonetta 2. All kinds of things going on there, right? Let's see. Oh, thoughts on Bayo 3? My thoughts are I want it. I want to know more about it. But I'm willing to wait if that means it'll be extra good when it finally does come out. That's about all I've got for you. Alright. So, we're going to start a new game. Oh, autosave. No, that's fine. Right off the bat, you can change your character, but, oh.
Shall we?
Oops. Didn't expect that. Did they say 2021? I honestly don't remember. All I remember is the announcement, like that teaser, and then Kamiya at one point saying that Nintendo would kill him if he said anything more about it. As for improvements, I can't think of any off the top of my head. Maybe I'll come up with some as I play. Anyway, let's get started. Let's play on normal.
The legend of Ace. A legend from the dawn of time. Nobody knows where the world came from. A struggle caused the trinity of realities to be split into three realms: light, darkness, and chaos. Obviously, our world was the one born from chaos. The three worlds all needed rulers. Most of all, ours. And the one that ruled the chaos became known as Ace.
So this is, playable, as you can see, but none of it matters. This is, this is not graded in any way. It's just doing the same thing that the first game did, which is throwing you right into action.
Quietly looking upon the earth from his holy mountain, where we only see reality and make it match our rules of the world. Aesir saw through reality, and those visions became our world. These observations became Aesir's power. Aesir's eyes were truly the eyes that created the world. However, Aesir pitied the humans for their naivete and lack of free will. So the power he wielded was split into two equal halves, and entrusted each to humanity's instincts. The right eye of light, and the left eye of darkness.
Favorite line? That's a tough one. There's so many good ones. Yet I can't think of any specific ones right at this moment.
By dividing the power of the eyes of Aesir, humans gained free will. They could now choose. With control of the eyes of the world, the eyes that determine destiny, humans could choose their own paths. They awoke to their own identities. Man is but a reed, the most feeble thing in nature, but now we were thinking reeds, and we took our first big step towards grand prosperity. The inheritors of the eyes of Aesir have been granted the power of creation.
Hey, that looks like some kind of
A lumen sage. Cheeky.
Hey, Frost.
No one bothered telling me any of your kind survived.
Took the words right out of my mouth. That's a lumen sage. They're supposed to be dead.
At least you're the silent type. The last sage I met spent 20 minutes rambling on and on.
Remember the end of Bayonetta 1?
What?
It sure felt like 20 minutes of rambling. Also, hey, remember the other part of the end of Bayonetta 1?
You will not escape this fate. We will perish together.
Honestly, I kind of forgot because
My dear, sweet child. At last.
I did have to walk away when I streamed Bayonetta 1.
Fear not, for I am always watching over you.
I want to say this is basically what happened, though.
But the
Like, I
right
came
eye
back
of light
after
was
this part.
lost from the world forever, along with its possessor, the last of the Lumen Sages.
Oh. Congratulations to me. I got an achievement for watching the records of time. Well, the main thing I do remember is that, good old Balder there just kind of is there on the ground in the ruins of Jubileus, and isn't actually dead, except, well, he just disappeared there, so maybe he is dead. Anyway, let's see. Well, before I get into the things that I can really talk about in this game, we've got the story cutscene, which is very, very good. So I'm going to respect it by talking as little as possible.
Officials are currently trying to determine the source of these phenomena, as citizens nervously clamor for answers. Our special report on the regional disasters, Nature Unleashed, continues after these messages.
You know what I need? Some heels without guns. You don't mind if we make a quick stop, do you?
Do you know what day's coming up? Here I was shopping, minding my own business, then you show up and turn me into a damn porter. Seriously, Bayonetta, you still haven't paid me back for the car. Hey, whoa!
Now, is that any way to speak to an old friend? Besides, I did that job for you. For free, might add. Do I really have to tell everyone how you grabbed onto my leg, sobbing like a schoolboy?
This is why I can't have good things. You're some piece of work, you know that? If you weren't already lined up to go to Inferno, you'd be well on your way with all the shit you pull. Dressing up like a nun just so you could off some angels and keep the underworld happy. Hey, I'm talking to you. Shit. But if it's that or getting torn limb from limb for eternity in whatever circle of Inferno you witches go to if you break the contract, forget about it. I'd off the fucking wing bastards all damn day. Oh, hey, what the hell? Hey. But what the fuck you wasting your time trying to send some schmucks off to the afterlife for? Oh.
Done and done. Let's go home, Enzo.
Hey, wait a second. I ain't done here. If I don't get what I came for, I'm gonna be the biggest mutt in the city.
And what is it that you came to fetch, my dear?
Real funny. I know better than to tell you a damn thing. I'll never hear the fucking end of it.
You always know how to make an entrance, John. A rare sight to see you in the city.
Just had something I had to look into. Cereza, you haven't felt anything strange recently?
Now that you mention it, I still haven't quite figured out how a broke, bumbling wise guy managed to turn himself into a semi-respectable family man.
Forget about it. And what's this Cereza shit? You're about as sweet as my Nona's grappa, you know that? Some witch with amnesia goes around calling herself a weapon, and it turns out she really got stuck with a kid's nickname. That shit's rich, I tell you what.
Our friends in Paradiso are far too quiet. I'm sure you've noticed. But they aren't the only ones.
Pray tell.
Our friends down south seem to be a bit upset as well. And now in live news, the annual holiday parade is being held today. City police have closed off roads to prepare for the massive influx of merrymakers expected to take in this year's festivities, set to be headlined by a flyover from the military's aerial acrobatics unit. Now to news, the this year's parade may break all time attendance records.
Whoa, shit! The Platinum Stars. Crap. I need to hurry up and get Ed and Edna's presents, or I'm gonna get it.
We'll talk later. I'll see you back home.
Don't forget to pick up the things for the party.
What's the matter with you? I told you what I'm after. A jet. I want a toy jet. You know, the kind with wings, flies in the sky. No, I'm not buying any damned angels. Yellow, blue, I don't care what color they are. I learned my lesson with those bastards, you hear me? Just a normal damn jet, please. You hear that? I want one of those. The thing's flying in the air right now. There, that's the one. That's the biggest one you got in the store, right? Wrap it up nice, will you? It's a present, for God's sakes. Yo! You know what? Screw the pretty ribbon. Just hurry up and put it in the box, will ya? Fuck the damn ribbon!
You know, I try to avoid doing this in my Sunday best. At least your lot still knows how to make an end.
Alright, finally, talk again. I'm not gonna worry about touch controls. So we got a tutorial through the, combat. Yeah, this is basics. You still got your punches and your kicks. You know, hold your punches and kicks for extra damage. Yeah, touch controls. I've never tried touch controls. I don't think I ever will. Alright. And we've got, you know, dodges. That's important. Almost like it's a fundamental aspect of the gameplay. Go figure. Less than which time. Right. Okay. Let's see. What can I talk about real quick? Oh, it's got to tell me about halos. It's got to tell me about money. So in the opening credits there, you might have noticed that Hideki Kamiya is not the director of this game. He just did supervision. Oh, oops.
This is why I never buy anything on sale.
Didn't I say it? This is why I can't have nice things. Damn it, car, start already.
Right on time to deliver a little holiday cheer.
Oh, fucking wonderful. Rodon? But I don't believe in Santa.
Watch your mouth, Itzo. Don't want anyone offering you for sacrilege before you pay your tab.
Unbelievable! Ah! Ugh. I believe! I believe! I fucking believe!
Beautiful.
Now it's time for your turn.
Alright. Now I've got the guns. The real guns. Don't have to go through the entire prologue without them. So one of the big changes in this game is that that info screen about the Umbran Climax. You might recall that the Climax mode was only in boss battles in the first game. But now, if you get at least 8 pips of magic, you can trigger it whenever you want. And then you get stronger. Let's see. You get your Wicked Weaves all the time. And they're really good. Oops. A little slow on that dodge there. You still got the quick time events, but they're more forgiving. You get full credit for them more easily. Also, Jean is here. Right, so what was I saying before? Kamiya didn't direct this game. He only provided supervision. But so I read this on Wikipedia. Apparently, he and the game's director, Yusuke Hashimoto, had discussions about what sequels, or what a sequel or a spin-off would look like. It's just that at the time, Kamiya didn't believe that it would ever happen. Ultimately, he was wrong. But the reason Kamiya didn't get to work on this game more directly, so to speak, is because he was busy with, well, Wonderful 101. So, yeah, that's, I'm pretty sure, a big part of it. They were, the development for each of those did overlap a bit. Let's see. No, I don't know if he's going to be directing Bayonetta 3. I kind of hope so. So pretty sure I mentioned this during Wonderful 101, but I'll say it again here. So after Wonderful 101, his next game that he was working on was going to be Scalebound, and then that unfortunately got canceled. And shortly after the cancellation, he was named Vice President of Platinum Games. And since then, he has... I know he supervised the development of Astral Chain. And let's see, what else? But I did also read, this was an interview like from the middle of 2017, that he did have, like he does still have ideas for games. He was talking about how after Scalebound was canceled, he, you know, he said that he had like a pitch and he was gonna, you know, give it in a meeting room. And if anyone at the company could just, you know, hang out, you know, go to the meeting, you know, check it out, offer feedback. He said there's a lot of turnout for that, and a lot of the people were really excited and had good feedback for him. So, he still has ideas. I'm hoping that one of those ideas is Bayonetta 3. I would love to see him finally get to actually direct a sequel to one of his own games.
Did you get everything? Forgot the caviar. You think they're still open?
It's not Christmas without caviar. Let's finish this quickly then.
Let's see, other things I wanted to talk about. I do remember reading that a lot of the changes to this game were based on feedback. Like, it's hard to see right now because, you know, because I'm fighting a big enemy. But some of them were like minor things. Like apparently, I wouldn't even notice this before, but in the first game, all of the enemies had the same like hit stun animation. Or rather, they only had one hit stun animation. And this time around, they made it so that enemies react based on the direction the attack comes from. So that's like a neat little thing. Just a neat little touch. More significant, I would say, is that they changed the way dodge offset works. Before, you had to hold the attack button that you just used, and then tap the dodge button, and then that's how you would keep your combo going. Not all the Gigaton stuff is easier. This time they made it so you don't have to hold the attack button through the dodge, which makes it a lot easier to use, in my opinion. Why does it sound like an elephant? I don't know. Demons. You can't trust them to behave exactly as they look, I think. And hey, that's weird. That's the kind of scream that enemies get.
John! I'm not one for pets who don't listen to their masters.
Here's another thing, another cool gameplay change. This is fortunately, you know, pretty easy to control, I feel like.
Is that all you've got?
But, yeah, oops, Gamora, who's, you know, normally, Bayonetta's, you know, like, go-to for devouring angels and whatnot, seems to have gone mad? Berserk? Out of control, at the very least. Not to get too spoilery, but, it's a sign that, a sign that, it's not just angels we're going to be fighting in this game. Right, punch the demon with the demon. And not just any demon, but Bayonetta's main demon, Madama Butterfly. One thing I want to point out is that this time you actually get to see Madama Butterfly's face. We'll be seeing her, like, even more. Oh. Got caught off guard by rotating the stick. But yeah, before you could only see her hands and feet. And they came out as punches and kicks in the first game. Alright, so we won the fight, but at what cost?
Lumen Sage. Is revenge not all you desire? I know the one who destroyed your world. I know the one who destroyed your love.
Who?
Ominous.
Dead witches get dragged to hell. It is what it is. Jean's gonna wander Inferno suffering for eternity. Them's the breaks.
I didn't ask you to tell me what I already know, Rodin. Especially if you're going to be flip about it.
You know better than that. You're not the kind to let that sort of summon go out of control, Bayonetta. Something's up. The balance of powers that keep things in check don't feel right, does it?
You know, she's pretty hot for a dead chick.
Enzo, don't be weird
Wasn't a big fan
like
of her
that.
shit when she was in the realm of the living, but looking at her now, nah, still not a fan.
She's not dead, Enzo.
She's right, Enzo. You're only really dead after your soul's been completely absorbed into another realm of the Trinity. But that's just a matter of time. 'Cause I don't see no way of saving a soul lost in hell.
What about the gates? The real gates of hell.
I can't stop you from trying to use them, but I don't think you got a chance down there. I'll see what I can do about putting her on ice for a while. You'll need this. The heart of an Umbra Witch. The magic that keep your kind alive in this world for eternities. Should keep her body in this realm stable, but you'll need to reunite this with her soul if you're gonna try and bring her back. I figure you got about a day before it's game over.
Enzo, you've got a jet, right?
What? No. No, 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 no. I do not know. Listen, I appreciate the situation, but you know what today is? My kids got cookies baked for me at home. They're waiting for me. And I still gotta play Santa tonight.
Let the real Santa take care of the presents. Now let's go.
Hey, I said I believed, but Ed and Edna, you can't put one over on those cute little fuckers, let me tell you. Hey! Let go! Let go of me! Why do I always get wrapped up in this shit?
Hey, this motherfucker.
Last time it was Enzo's birthday, now it's almost but not quite Christmas. The prologue out of the way. What else did I want to talk about? Oh yeah. So here's a good thing. A good improvement that they made that I really appreciate. So you no longer get a penalty for using items in this game. So that will not hurt your rank. Only, dying and continuing will hurt your rank. Maybe if you select items. I don't remember. It'll say, like, in the shop or in the pop-up, it'll tell you. I really like that. That's a very good idea. You still get a bonus for not using items, like a money bonus, but it's not like a ranking bonus, and that's good. I'm completely in favor of that change. Cool, thanks for giving me a second achievement game. Alright. So let's start the game real.
The sacred mountain of Fimbulventer. The joint's supposed to be the link between Inferno and Paradiso. They say there is an entrance to Inferno, the gates of hell, somewhere on this mountain. No one knows where, though. Hell, no one even knows if it's true or not. The only reason this overgrown rock is worshipped like some god in the first place is that no one's ever been able to get close to the damn thing. It's like it don't want you there. Every climber ends up stranded or worse. And don't even try to fly a plane near that place, or bada boo! But at least your soul doesn't have a long walk to whichever afterlife you got lined up, right? I'll wait for you in Noaton, at the foot of the mountain. Just hurry up with whatever it is you gotta do and get back there, alright? And the hotel's going on your account, with a minibar too. Gotta keep myself busy while I'm waiting. Forget about it. I love those miniature drinks.
God, the way Enzo just peppers in "forget about it." It's parody, but wow. A lot of the names in this game are going to borrow from Norse mythology. I am extremely not versed in Norse mythology.
I didn't know the in-flight service was exclusive to fat Italians.
Renting a plane ain't free, you know. That reminds me, you owe Alex the kid for the charter.
Hey, there's a Sega reference.
Oh, yeah!
Another one. First game had an Eggman the Destroyer. Now we've got Alex the Kid.
There it is. That's Fimbulventer. Not such a bad place when you look at it. Oh, but you gotta have a death wish to get close to that damn place if you ask me. Wow. Gives me the heebie-jeebies. What the hell? Where did these clouds come
Sorry, Enzo. This is where I get off. Say hi to the wife and kids for me.
What? Wait, what? You're joking, right? I can't buy this piece of shit! Ah! Those are damn nice things.
Huh. Chipmunk or squirrel or something, I don't know. Whatever the difference is between them, I don't know. But that one had shiny gold accessories. I wonder what that's about.
Just behave yourself for a bit longer.
Alright, so let's see. In this game, you start with Panther Within. You do not have to learn it again. That is good. Just gonna explore around a little bit. I don't think there's anything for me to find. Well, I take it back. There's some treasure right there. What we got here? Create a barrier. For free. Well, you know, with a consumable. So that's cool. Right, so the way this game ended up getting developed. So Sega initially saw enough success with the first game that they started to fund a sequel. The problem was that at some point, I'm kind of fuzzy on the details here. At some point, though, they decided to, you know, put the game on the shelf and, you know, just suspend development. Then suddenly Nintendo comes along. They say, "Hey, you're working on a Bayonetta 2? That sounds cool. We want in on that." And by, you know, we want in, I mean what they did was they basically just funded the rest of the development. And then they really took a hands-off approach. They said, here's the money, you do your thing, and it'll be a Wii U exclusive, and that's all there is to it. So when they announced Bayonetta 2, you know, it was a really big surprise. Because, you know, Bayonetta 1 was originally on, you know, the Xbox 360, later ported to PS3. Never got close to a Nintendo console, right? And then suddenly it's getting the sequel. Really big shock. And then, of course, they announced at the time that Bayonetta 1 was also getting ported to the Wii U. And I talked about it then, but I'll mention it again. Nintendo also funded the Japanese voiceovers for Bayonetta 1. But that was not part of the original release. Oops. Or the PS3 port. I've never played the PS3 port, but my understanding is that it is bad. I assume it's like a frame rate thing, a loading time thing. Those are the problems that usually plagued PS3 ports of games, right? Anyway, what else was I going to say? Oh, right, so that is also why, because they just announced that Bayonetta 1 is getting like another re-release, right? Like it's getting ported to PS4 and Xbox One, I think. So I'm pretty sure that's going to have you know, the Japanese audio just to, you know, tie it back in, because the rights to the Japanese audio technically belong to Nintendo because they're the ones that paid for it, but they gave Platinum Games the freedom to, you know, include it in the PC port, and I'm going to assume the new ports as well. There's probably enough exploring. Hey, now we've got underwater segments. How about that? Can't use Panther Within underwater. Not allowed. She doesn't need air at all, you're right. She's magic. One thing I do want to say real quick about the PS3 port is that it was outsourced. Platinum Games did not handle the port themselves, and I think that was another contributing factor to why it was so bad, comparatively speaking. Alright, fragments of memory, that means you go through, well, some things, and they get restored to how they were in the past. Like that portal right there. Alright, here we go. We got... That was cool. I forgot about that specific dodge. It's really cool, actually. Just jump through the gap in the ring of rotating blades. Nice. Oh, right. The basic ingredients and alchemy stuff is coming back too. Let's see, I'm gonna save my meter. Oops. I meant to save my meter and then I didn't. Typical. Oh, but the nice thing is you can turn it off too. But I think it's really neat to see, you know, the kind of the return of Devil Trigger mode, like as a thing that you can activate and deactivate on command. See, the gameplay ideas live on, even when the director changes. I'm pretty sure there's like another hidden Muspelheim. Which I'm sure is also Norse somehow. Don't ask me what it means. I figure I'm gonna do kind of what I did, oops. Too late on that dodge.
Is that all you've got?
What I'm gonna try to do is, you know, if I see any of them, I'll, you know, give them a try. Maybe two if I get close. But I'm not gonna, like, you know, I'm not gonna find every single one. Ah. Oh, hey, another thing that I'm noticing right now is, when you take damage, you no longer lose magic for it. That was kind of a painful thing in the first game. You would... It's 8 pips for like a full... 8, smaller orbs for a larger orb, and you would lose 4 small orbs for every single hit you took, and that was kind of brutal. So not losing that quickly is another good change. Let's see. Oh yes, the taunts.
If you need to learn how to talk to it.
I kind of forgot how to do the taunt. You just press down on the D-pad.
Dreadful.
You get a quick taunt and you get a long taunt.
If you need to learn how to talk to a lady, ask your mum.
Incredible. It is a pretty good line, though. Not sure if it's technically I feel like it's also a reference to the way Kamiya is, or at least was, on Twitter. When people would ask him questions, usually about like who would win in a fight between his characters. He would always say, just ask your mom. This is a secret, not a secret, but an optional battle that you can easily miss by going forward. Let's see, favorite Bayonetta lines. Right now I'm thinking of the one from the first game, where she says her 2 least favorite things are crying babies and cockroaches. But crying baby cockroaches would probably be the worst ever. That was a pretty good one. It got a nice reference in Wonderful 101. Here we are unlocking the shop.
Santa don't get paid enough for this shit. When Ed and Edna found their daddy wasn't coming back, it made me stay all the way through dinner.
Don't pretend you weren't delighted. I hear Enzo's wife makes a lovely casserole.
It was damn good. I'll give you that. Anyway, tell me how my babies are doing.
They're behaving quite well. They found plenty of playmates here.
Figured they would. Noatune had some deep connections with Fimbulventer and the Gates of Hell back in its day. Wouldn't be surprised to find a few of those playmates that like it rougher than the typical bunch. Anyway, you need any supplies, just make sure you keep bringing me these halos. And remember, I ain't here to get up in your business. My business is making things that do business. So don't come crying to me when you think you gotta do everything alone. I'm here to help. Just make sure you don't bust a cap at my ass.
Oh yeah, that was another good one. A good line from the first game. Where she tells Rodin, if you get my way, I'm going to, how do the Americans put it? Bust a cap in yo ass. That was a really good line.
If you need to learn how to talk to a lady...
Alright, so let's take a peek at the shop. I think I can do some fun things.
Welcome to the Gates of Hell. We've lit our prices on fire, so there won't be hell to pay. Come on, I gotta say some cheesy shit sometimes.
let's see. Yeah, indicators of recommended items, weapons. Don't worry about it. Accessories. Accessories are a lot more affordable. In the first game, they were, roughly 100,000 halos. And would you look at that? I've already got 42,000 right here. Let's see. Items. Do I want to buy anything? Techniques are probably what I want to worry about the most here. So let's see. Bat Within. You know what? I'm buying that immediately. That's the one where you dodge at the moment that you take a hit, and then it, negates the hit. You get the longest amount of witch time. That's going to be the most important. Rodon's Treasures. Coming soon. Oh, wait. There's one that's not coming soon. Super Mirrors. So this is for alternate costumes, and that is going to be a good segue into this. I'm pretty sure this wasn't in the Wii U version. This is new to the Switch version. You can use amiibos to unlock stuff, so I've got a few of them right here with me. These are the rules for using amiibos. You can only use up to 32 per day, each day. I do have over 32 amiibo, to be honest, but I'm not going to go through all of them. Just going to do a few. So let's see here. This is critically important. Each time you use one, you do get like a note from Rodon. Badass with a big heart. So that unlocks the Samus costume that was in the first game. That's why I'm doing that one right now. This one comes from Hyrule. It's a secret to everybody. That's the Link costume. Alright, so from the Mushroom Kingdom, so there's, all the sports, even Kyoto, because that's where Nintendo is based, out of Kyoto. So that's the Princess Peach outfit. I don't have a Daisy amiibo, so I'm not going to be able to unlock that one through that. But one other thing we're going to unlock. Well, it's the same note, but hey, it's a new weapon, a Chain Chomp. It's a really good weapon, if you ask me. And, that unlocked, yeah, that unlocked some stuff. So depending on what amiibos you use, like what games they're from, they will have different notes. The ones I picked out here had those specific rewards, but a lot of the other ones will just have generic things like items or halos, and I'm not going to worry too much about that. What I am going to do is I'm going to put on the Chain Chomp weapon. Let's take a look at the info. You can only use it on your feet. Encountered while traveling through the ancient capital of Japan. Get it? Because the ancient capital of Japan is Kyoto, where, again, Nintendo is based. So he found a Chain Chomp and tried to tame it. And it didn't work, so he's like, Hey, Bayonetta, please. Please take it. There it is. Look at it. It's just bouncing around. It's really, really good. When you use like a Wicked Weave, or rather, it doesn't get like Wicked Weave attacks. It just gets bigger. And when you hold the kick button while you have it equipped, you just kick it flying. They will latch onto enemies and do like a ton of damage. It's a really good weapon. Really fun weapon, at least, in my opinion. Let's see. Anything else I can find here? Guess not. Anyway, the streets are just rearranging themselves right in front of me. It's fine. It's fine, see? Totally fine. Is it gonna do the other thing? The chain chomp does have one other feature to it. We might see it soon. But whenever there's like hidden treasure nearby, it will start barking excitedly, and it will kind of move in that direction. Like this. It's telling me there's something... Oh. Right here. How about that? Let's see. Oh, that's just a consumable that lets me get more items from enemies. There's already another shop portal right here. Let's see. Oh, here's a new gimmick to this game for certain treasures. So all these treasure chests are supposed to be like the resting places for Umbran witches. This time, there are certain treasure chests that didn't count. That used to be there at one point in time, but are no longer there. So unlocking them is this challenge where you have to like find the pieces that are somehow unstuck in time or something like that. And where the hell's the last one? To do that, it reconstructs the treasure chest. So I'm gonna go pick that up. Was that another... Hey! Another piece of heart. Another life extension. Good. Probably stuff hidden down here. Treasure chest, how about that? Another Muspelheim. Which means probably a chance to use the chain chomp in battle. All right, store the timer by defeating enemies. I can do that. So the chain chomp is really good. Really destructive. Yeah, so if you go Umbran Climax with the chain chomp, it just gets big. 'Cause really, how else would you improve on a chain chomp, right? The one thing I regret, though, by unlocking it this way, now that I think about it, is this game does still have the idea of using the Angelic Hymn LPs, or the golden records, that are used to that unlock new weapons for you. Because this means I won't be able to get the Angelic Hymn for the Chain Chomp, which is the theme from Womp's Fortress in Mario 64. It's one little thing we're just gonna have to miss out on. Hey, this kid's got moves,
I
and
just don't know when to quit. What I ever do to them.
yeah, the Womp song is really good.
Shite. I'm never gonna reach Fimbulventa at this rate. Well, at least it won't be a boring trip. Huh? You can see me.
You're putting on quite a show, little magician.
Oh, you like that, huh? Wait till you see the climax. Silly girl.
You'll have to do better than that to earn a tip, my dear.
Who the hell are you?
I'm just an innocent little girl lost in Wonderland, suffering at the hands of the Queen's trumped-up troops.
Cute one, huh? Enough riddles. How can you see me?
Because we're both in Purgatorio, you see.
Purgatorio?
Hey, doesn't that bling look familiar, by the way?
On a shopping trip for money, little one?
Maybe. But she told me never to talk to strangers. Stay out of my way, or I'll make sure you never get in it again.
Ooh, scary. Off with their heads, eh?
Damn it! They must have heard me.
Well, I can't imagine we'll ever see that kid again. You know, something I appreciate about this game is that they have completely new enemy designs. Oh, rip to that painful. Took 3 giant chain chomps to the face. I'll taunt that one just for good fun.
So
Look at that guy just pinballing off the wall. This game's good. Let's see here. I'm gonna switch to the regular guns, the regular gun feet maneuver. Hey, that was fun. You have to remember that the controls are slightly different for this game. Like before, it was you know, R would lock on, and you know, ZL would switch weapons, and those have been reversed. So you see me just randomly switch weapons. That's probably why. Of course, in a game like this, switching weapons all the time is something you want to do anyway. Just to have more fun with it. So, you know, whatever. Hey, entrance of the gladiators, huh? Alright, you know, why don't we just turn that in immediately? Why wait, you know?
Well now, looks like you found a good reason to visit. You know, I'm all about them Angelic Hymns Gold LPs. Angels in Agony are pretty much my slow jams. I play that back home, and the demons will be lined up to get down. Lucky for me, I got a few jams of my own cooking that'll need a little demon kick to finish them off. That LP is just what the doctor ordered. Now hand it over, and I'll go get my swerve on.
Of course, the idea is still the same. Hymns lure demons to Rodan.
This motherfucker did not want to listen to reason, but it's all good, 'cause neither did I. Put him to work.
Alright, now we've got our first normal second weapon. The Rakshasa. The thing that got unlocked is you can buy a second set so that you can put them on your feet as well. So hey, it's a new sword weapon that is not restricted to your hands. Umbran Elegance is, you know, they're back. Just little things to change Bayonetta's look a little based on what weapons she has equipped. So let's equip that immediately. Put it actually on. Yeah, you know what? Just for fun. So now I've got two loadouts. One is kick version. And then, you know. Yeah, there we go. That's the good stuff. Alright, you can charge the attack for, you know, a big slash. I'm pretty sure as the swords, just like in the first game, the swords have a lot of delay attacks. But I'm not super great at remembering to use them. in battle, so I'll do my best, but no promises. Anyway, here's this clown.
If you're looking for the kid, he went that away.
Valiant. So, even though this time he's really got nothing to do with Bayonetta.
I'm afraid I don't have time to dance too long. A friend is waiting for me.
He's still just gonna get himself involved. I don't think I explained it properly, but one of the things I really enjoy about not Devil Trigger mode, about Umbran Climax, is that since every normal attack is a Wicked Weave, what would normally be a Wicked Weave attack gets powered up even further. So you get to see like the demon that Bayonetta is usually summoning for her Wicked Weaves. Like Madama Butterfly. Even though that's not who appears with the Rakshasa. Yeah, there she was, just very happily stabbing that angel repeatedly. Never forget that Madama Butterfly is vicious. Hey, there's another thing. Let's give it a try. What's our goal here? Without taking a single hit. Okay. Alright, so don't want to get cocky is what. Hey, there we go. That wasn't so bad, and looks like you get a pearl out of it.
Bad boy.
Oh, you know what? I think now that I have different weapons equipped, the short taunt has changed.
You're making it easy. Dreadful. You're making it easy.
Yeah, it does change based on, I guess, what weapons you have equipped on your hands? It seems to be the deciding factor here. Alright, so there's the kid. Apparently stuck. Oh, got an Umbran Crow, so... That's a thing that has come back. Oh, there's the Moon Pearl I was looking for. Apparently I can't tell Moon Pearls from Broken Witch Hearts. Embarrassing. Nice. Nice transition there. Another thing that this game seems to avoid doing is having enemies attack you immediately after cutscenes. That was a very annoying thing about the first game.
They're after you too, then? Have you been naughty? Keeping secrets from Mummy?
Nope. Nothing comes to mind, love. Sorry. But since this is your bloody mess, do you mind hurrying the fuck
some
up
of
and
these,
getting rid of this thing?
Now, that's no way to talk to a lady. No wonder your guardian angels are trying to give you a good spanking.
Whatever, love. You've already been following me, so let's make a deal. You save me, I'll show you around this joint. Heading to Fimbulventa, aren't we? That makes two of us. And it'll take two of us, won't it, love?
You seem to have skipped school the day they taught basic negotiation skills. You're supposed to negotiate from a position of strength, little one. Not just be a one-trick pony. Ugh.
Remember how those cards made those angels blow up?
See? You need my power too. That works too, I suppose.
I don't have time to give a shit about who you are or why you're going to the mountain. Take me there and make it quick. You stay with me, and I promise you'll end up in one piece. Got it?
Wait! Stop! Before I show you the way, love, you gotta agree to a little condition.
Do we need to go over my lesson again? First, learn to talk to a lady. We don't react very well to being insulted, little one.
Well then, I don't react to being called little one. The name's Loki. And what should I call you, love? I mean, ma'am.
Do I look like a ma'am to you? Bayonetta or Cereza? Take your pick.
Cereza! You don't look like a Cereza to me.
Well then, Bayonetta it is. Let's move, little one.
Man.
Hey! I just told you my name is...
You'll earn your name when you become a man.
No one has any respect for Bayonetta's given name.
Try to keep up.
Oh, he just kicked the door open for me. Alright, that's fine. We've got more lore. Another prize here. Let's see. This will be interesting. Alright, I'll go for it. Alright, that worked. Suddenly I can't remember if this was true in the first game, but I always appreciate it when a game that has a double jump and a wall jump lets you use both at the same time, or at least in the same sequence of actions. That's how it should be. Was it more? Oh. Alright, cool. Now I can actually use all these ingredients that I just found. How about that? Let's just take a peek real quick at this alchemy business. The hell is it? Alright, I gotta open the recipe book. I don't really care about any of these. None of these are gonna be as useful as the credit card in Wonderful 101. No free items. Oh well, that's fine. Guy being rude. Wait. Oh. Oh, hell yeah. Stun an enemy and do 6 stunts. What more could you want out of a game? Is that everything? Oh, I guess there's Big Boy now. Urbane. Well, let's... Alright. Just,
Is that all you got?
oh yeah, just kick some chain chomps at him. Oops. It's cool. Oh. No, it's cool. I got this. I got this. It's fine. See, it's fine. Everything's fine. Getting angel weapons that you can use is also back. Alright, you know what? Where are my items again? I'll give up the money bonus to avoid death. I think that's a fair trade-off. I'm gonna stop by the shop because there's probably something there I want to get.
Time to do business. What's your pleasure?
I could go for one of the elegances. Those are good, but that's also all of my money, so probably not my best interest. Stiletto's always good. Afterburner kick. Which one was which strike? It's a punch. Charge bullet. Oh, that's an idea. I think I'll get Crow Within, because that's a mobility upgrade, and as a general rule, I feel like mobility upgrades are always worth it. You do have to buy that one because you didn't technically get that as a matter of plot in the first game, but it'll let me, turn into a crow, in midair, which will, you know, let me stay in the air. And, you know, that's always good. Finding secrets and stuff. Speaking of secrets, I'm pretty sure there's an optional battle right around here. How about that? Oh, there we go. See, I don't know if this was actually true in the first game, but, you know, doing these hidden optional battles does give you some pretty sweet prizes. And look at this, I've already gotten 2 health extensions just in this one level alone. It's kind of a lot, but I'm not complaining. Right. That one's just a lot of money. And on a new file, of course, I'm not going to say no to that. Wait a second. Where is... Oh, there he is.
Try to keep up.
How's that for keeping up, Loki?
Sure, just because you asked, tall, dark, and ugly, that makes total sense.
Classic Bayonetta style.
Is that all you've got?
Sticking her nose into business where it don't belong. What else is new, right? You might recall from the end of the last stream, if you watched it, and if not, that's fine. But since Bayonetta is a secret character in Wonderful 101, the profile on her says that, you know, she just had to get involved when she heard that the end of the world, or the fate of the world, might be at stake. Even though she wouldn't be dealing with angels, and therefore couldn't use her demon powers. Alright, let's finish this thing off. That poor, weird snake thing. No doubt saying in its angel language, "Don't tread on me." Or possibly just, "Please no steppy."
What the hell are you doing? Let go of me!
So, little one, what's all this sovereign business about?
Not a clue, love. Oi!
Well, whatever. If your sovereignness is going to get in my way, our deal is over. And if we're going to have to meet any more of your friends, you'd better learn to take care of yourself.
I'm quite alright on my own. Got it?
Your tricks aren't going to work forever, little one. More tricks, little magician.
Oh, right, he's a flying
Maybe
squirrel,
you've got
specifically.
more to offer than I expected. For the time being, though, stay here and don't get frisky.
There. That is the one, is it not?
Yes. I will never forget that face.
I wonder what that's about. Alright, so I missed a battle somewhere, but that's fine. Got a nice solid gold rating, I'll take it. Some lore, I guess. Oh, that's just telling me I can open the shop from the chapter select menu, which is fine. So yeah, we'll do one more chapter, but before I start, I'm gonna change costumes. So the Peach and Link and Samus costumes are the same. This one gets unlocked automatically. This is actually cool. I didn't expect this. It's a Star Fox costume. And it is really good. I did want to show off the Samus costume, though, because it did get a few changes. Oh, let's see here.
Oh, you want to play with Bayonetta?
Yeah, we'll go with that for this chapter. Save Star Fox for next time. One of the unfortunate things is that
If you need to learn how to talk to a lady,
you can't flip the visor up and down on your own in this game. It does that automatically in and out of battle. And then there's this loser.
So, our fates and our paths cross once again.
You'll never be able to escape Luca.
Bingo.
Here he goes, trying to be a hero. God. Totally forgot that just because he can see what's happening in Purgatorio doesn't mean he can interact it. Yeah, just can't escape Yuri Lowenthal either.
Fleur de la Reine. Maid of Nerine, also known as Diamond Lilies, I think.
Oh no, he's doing his thing
The
again.
name Nerine is derived from the Nereids, or sea nymphs. Quite appropriate for this city.
Luca?
Will you quit calling me that? I'm not a pet or a cat. Oh wait, you said Luca. Not used to that. How are you, Bayonetta?
No matter where I am, you always know how to make an entrance. Nice glasses.
God.
Oh, these? Rodan has a soft spot for Shinshu sake from Japan. It was an easy trade to get him to make these for me. And don't get it twisted, Bayonetta. I'm not stalking you. This time at least.
Remember, Shinshu is where Kamiya is from, so there's
Look, I know you've got nothing but secrets.
that little
Well, that
reference.
goes for anyone, right?
I guess also an Okami reference.
But But if there's one thing I've learned in my line of work, it's when I found you, I found the story.
What on earth are you on about this time?
Don't act dumb with me. You know the story better than anyone. The Umbra Witches and the Lumen Sages, two clans that wielded incredible power just 500 years ago.
I've got to go through the backstory again.
Watching over us all with the eyes of the world, the power to govern light and darkness. But now I know that there really was an overseer. And this overseer is the one who created the eyes of the world for humanity. The same ones that the clans held on to so hard. The overseer was the true creator. The true god of the human realm. The god of chaos.
The god of chaos?
From what my research has told me, that god used to live right here in Noatur. That's why this place has gateways to each realm of the Trinity of Realities. La Porta del Paradiso, the doorway to heaven, and La Porta del Inferno, the real gates of hell. Listen, I heard about John.
Luca, how did you hear about John?
Some squirrels get all the nuts. You're a lucky little fella, huh? Never took you for an animal lover, Bayonetta.
What can I say? I took a liking to one of the locals.
So he's your little tour guide, huh? Look, I know this isn't the time to chat. Let me see what I can find out to help you.
Just don't stick your nose where it doesn't belong, Cheshire.
Don't you worry about my nose. I can smell trouble when I see it. You just take care of yourself.
Good job, nerd. Alright, so I've already got treasure to find. Okay. Chain chomp. So that right there, by the way, is one of the extremely good changes they made to the Samus costume. The double jump turns into the space jump. Complete with the space jump sound effect from Super Metroid. It's really good. Charge attack from the charge beam sound effect from Super Metroid is also back. I don't think it was in the first one, actually. Right. That's also true. And when you go Beast Within, you actually roll into a morph ball. And you drop by, or you jump by dropping morph ball bombs. It's really good. Can't believe they actually put morph ball bomb jumping in this game. There's a cat here. Is this the cat that does, like, backflips and stuff if you try to attack? Yes. Okay, I thought this was in the first game. I was wrong. Turns out it's actually in this game. If you see any cats just walking around, and if for some god-awful reason you have it in your head to try to attack the cats will backflip out of the way and then just go about on their business. But yeah, I love the aesthetic changes they made for the Samus costume. It's really good. Enemy arms, okay. Let's see here then. I do think they'll respawn over time, so... Or I guess it doesn't matter if they respawn over time because, got it in one. It's even got the rolling sound effect from Super Metroid. It's so good. Let's see. I guess I'm supposed to be going this way, huh? Seems like it didn't take too much time for them to get into the really angel designs. Like the starting enemies, these like centaur things. Like that's basically a familiar thing. Torture attack this thing. I don't know, I wasn't expecting that for some reason. But the thing with the staff that's like two upper bodies, like all combined in a weird way, that's weird. That's weird. Loki's fine, we'll just leave him be. What is it, boy? I think there's treasure, like, right here. Might not be able to get it right now. Maybe I can, and I'm just not going at it from the right angle. That's weird. Just want to take one last sweep around the area. Oh. That's right, I should check underwater through here. Not here, probably around the other way. That's probably what got his attention.
What's wrong?
I'm sure he's fine.
What's this?
Weird that there's another him, but in blue? I don't know what that's about.
Where did you learn that trick, little one? I've never seen a witch, or a sage for that matter, pull off something like that.
Come on, love. You think I'm just gonna tell you my secrets when I don't even know whose side you're on? All right. It seems I can control the remembrance of time. That's a big deal here.
It seems?
I mean, no. I got nothing else to say, love.
The remembrance of time.
Remember, time.
What's that you're looking at?
Right, let's go. I've got a party and I've no intention of being late.
Oops. Oh, okay. I was hoping it wouldn't make me use up this enemy weapon outside of battle. That would be a shame. I don't even remember what it does. Really? Alright, give me some witch time so I can do it properly. Oh, I think it's like a heal. Yeah, so I think that staff heals by, like, draining life out of nearby enemies. It's probably what that was.
If you were gone, it'd all be...
Not weird at all. And, hey, there's another LP. I better pick that up. Looks like it was down there, yeah. So, let's see. The William Tell Overture. Alright. That free prize while we're here. Get that other free prize while we're here. Oh, I missed it before. Right. Just more ingredients. Okay. Let's go turn in this LP, see what we get out of it. I know what we're getting out of it.
Another LP. No rest for the wicked. Even if I am jollier than the average demon. But no need to pity me. I was bored anyways. Be right back. This one's gonna be fun. Been looking for a workout like this for a while. Ta-ta.
I wonder what kind of weapon we could get from the William Tell Overture.
You know how they say life's a bitch? Try being dead for a couple millennia. Makes a demon cranky as shit. Don't think this demon will be complaining anymore.
It's Kafka. It's a bow. Let's see. Treasures. Can't afford it. Techniques. Do I want to get any new techniques while I'm here? I'm always a fan of the Stinger. Let's just buy that. Anything that can be used to close the distance between yourself and the enemies is generally a good idea. That's my hot take. Alright, so let us check out new weapon, Kafka. It's hands only, so can't buy an alternate version of it. It does, like, poison damage. off swarms of insects too. You're into that kind of thing. Anything else I want to check out before moving on? No, that's probably good enough. So let's give this a try.
So close.
So now you see, you know, we've got this purple cloud around these enemies. It is good for distance, I suppose. I don't use it a whole lot whenever I play on my own, just because I feel like I don't know how to like, integrate it. Super well. Like, how am I supposed to mix in combos with this? I guess I kind of found a way.
Is that all you've got? So close.
There we go, just charge to fire out more arrows, I guess. Not really seeing much in the way of, well, it might just be that enemies with health bars. Maybe not. Thought maybe they were immune to damage over time, but if I look super close, I think it's slowly losing a little bit of health. It's just not very noticeable. Not good enough to be useful, I think. Anyway, froggy time. Let's see. Is there anything if I go back down? This is usually the point where there's stuff hiding if you go back, so let's just do that and see what happens. Can't backtrack any further than that. Nothing in the small arena area. Alright, it's fine. You never know with this kind of game. Oh, there's another one. You know what? You're right. And I wonder what that means. Just what kind of crimes does a frog have to commit to get sent to hell like that? Alright. So everything has to be done in a single combo. Unfortunately, what makes up a combo is actually pretty generous. And why are these guys angry? What the hell is up with that? Am I doing something without realizing it? But if you ever need to keep up your combo, gameplay tip, a good way to do that is just to mash the Y button to fire your guns, or I guess in this case, the power beam. Because when they say combo, they don't mean like a single unbroken chain of attacks. Like a 6-hit combo. So it looks like the bow has a delay attack that's just a step back shot. Maybe that's useful for something. I don't know. Wow, missed a lot of.
Performance might make the back page of the classified.
Wow, Luca. Rude. Alright, missed some battles, that's fine. Oh, tag climax. That's like that's a multiplayer mode, actually. Those are just battles against waves of enemies. You can actually play it online. I've never done it before, like, at all, so I have no idea what it's like. But as it said there, as you progress through the story, you can unlock more of them. And I know you get other characters you can play as that you don't get to use in the main game, but I won't go into details about that. And yeah, but I think that. Thankfully, that second chapter was shorter than I thought it would be. But it has been a couple hours. So I think I'm going to call it here today. Next time should be Thursday, so look forward to that. I'll show off the Star Fox costume then. Yeah, that'll do it.